Hello and welcome back to TFV Weekly News Podcast, in which we give our thoughts, feelings, and emotions on the latest gaming, film, tech, stream news, and other random crap we feel like. I'm your host Dan, and I'm joined with you as always by my co-host Danny.
Hello. We're going to be talking about DC, Microsoft, and AI.
No Twitter?
If there was Twitter news, I ignored it, so...
There probably was Twitter, and the boycott on Twitter, isn't that still going on? People are still trying to boycott it?
I don't know, but I know the alternative that people were using got taken offline because of security concerns.
Well, wow. I mean, that's quite impressive, with all the other companies out there, security.
Here's something for Twitter. Let's just quickly throw this in, even though it's nowhere in. But Twitter relaunches blue tick service with higher price for iPhone users. Trying to circumvent that 30% cut, eh? Even though Android will do the exact same thing.
That's quite funny.
And also Elton John has left Twitter.
Yeah, the numerous people who just keep doing it. And it's just going to be full of the right-wing activists, I imagine. Anyway, going on to Stream That Movie News into my head. We've not got much, but we have got DC and Warner Brothers.
Good old DC, always in the news.
Yeah, so Warner Brothers Discovery has now closed in on its Max as the name of its combined HBO Discovery Plus streaming service.
Yeah, so we've gone from HBO to HBO Max to now getting rid of HBO to just going Max.
Yep, it doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it?
Why not Max Discovery?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird name.
Maximum Discovery for all of your... Look, I made a better title already.
I think this might actually be the worst one.
Well, it's now like a name. So if you just type in Max, you're going to get people named Max. So the search functionality is going to be fucked. You're going to have to go Max streaming service. Yeah,
and do you know what? It might bring up Netflix because of Stranger Things is Max.
Maybe
they take money away from them. You never know. I mean, that might be a bit of a stretch, but you never know.
Yeah, but I look forward to having to get Max when it eventually comes to the UK, even though it was meant to come out at some point this year because they changed it and cancelled and moved it back. Or it was meant to be next year. But I think it's now set for 2024 to release in the UK.
Yeah, it's a bit strange how Warner Brothers seems to have this relationship with Comcast because that's who owns a lot of the HBO stuff in UK. No, that is who owns all the HBO stuff in the UK. It's Sky, it's Comcast.
Yeah, because Comcast owned HBO. And then they sold it. That's why this is Comcast sold it, and then Discovery's bought it.
Right, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's all now owned by Discovery.
And they're just going to call it
This is why
Max.
Massive monopolies don't work.
I don't think Warner Brothers and Discovery is a massive monopoly.
No, but it's huge tech companies buying other huge tech companies.
Yeah, stop it. Why'd you bring it up every single week?
Because people don't understand that it's not good.
I feel like every week you've seen someone pointing out, saying, oh, I really want Microsoft to acquire Activision. And then
Look, we're not on that yet. Shush. We'll get to it.
Well, you brought it up.
No, I didn't. I said tech companies. You brought up Microsoft.
You absolutely knew what you were talking about. Going on into other Warner Brothers stuff, Wonder Woman 3 is not moving forward as DC movie is at the crossroads. So it looks like James Gunn wants to start a new slate.
Yeah, which is really funny because it might mean that Henry Cavill isn't coming back to Superman because they're trying to move away from the castings that Zack Snyder did to make new stuff.
Yeah, although, to be fair, he kept a lot of the Suicide Squad castings.
Yeah, but that was when he was under the control of just DC. He's now in charge of DC. So, this is what James Gunn wrote on Twitter. So this is basically in response to the Wonder Woman 3 not happening. So far as the story yesterday in Hollywood Reporter, some of it's true, some of it's half true, some of it's not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet whether it's true or not. Although this first month at DC has been fruitful, building the next 10 years of story takes time and we're still beginning. Peter and I chose to helm DC Studios, know we were coming into a fractious environment, both in stories being told and in audience itself, and there would be an unavoidable transitional period as we moved into telling a cohesive story across film, TV, animation, and gaming. But in the end, the drawbacks of the transitional period were dwarfed by the creative possibilities and the opportunity to build upon what has worked in DC so far and to help rectify what has not. We know we are not going to make every single person happy every step of the way, but we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. As for more answers about the future of DCU, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer.
Yeah, and this would be very funny if
Henry Cavill isn't cast.
That, and we never see the Flash.
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna have to put that out. I think that's probably one of the things. If not, James Gunn would have cancelled that immediately.
Yeah, it's probably.
But
one of the,
I think
because
I think Wonder Woman,
cost, right? It costs so much money to make.
Well, it's nearly like $300 million. I think it's probably going to be one of the most expensive movies ever made, which is still funny because Pirates of the Caribbean 4 is the most expensive movie ever made.
How much does that make? So how much was that to make?
Made about $340 million or something like that.
Oh, so this isn't including sort of advertisement. It's just
potentially. Movie ever made. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides officially holds the record with a budget of $378.5 million. Although it is possible that Avatar: The Way of the Water costs more if its price tag is towards the upper end of its reported $350 to $400 million production cost, while the Hollow trilogy stands as the most expensive trilogy. So yeah, James Cameron's Avatar getting up there.
Yeah.
He also said if this is a box office bomb, this is the worst financial loss ever
for Avatar.
Yeah, if it doesn't make it has to make over $1 billion to even recoup its losses.
I mean, Disney's got the money to lose on, haven't they?
Do they?
I would have thought so. Disney makes so much money.
Yeah, but if you're spending that much money and then you lose it, you're like, that's not good, even for any company. Plus, he's already pumping most of that into number 3 or whatever. But yeah, this is just funny for the whole fact that Henry Cavill's basically come out and quit The Witcher, and then it's maybe not going to be in the DCEU. Or DCU. It's no longer DCEU.
Yeah, they're just kind of copying Marvel at this point. They're like, we try to be different, but let's just keep it the same.
Oh, also, have you heard the conspiracy that James Gunn came in from Marvel to sabotage and destroy the Zack Snyder universe from the inside for Marvel?
Yeah, somehow I doubt that. I doubt that's true.
It's not that James Gunn got fired from Marvel because he made some tweets in the past that were a bit jokey about pedophilia and stuff like that. And then he'd also been a bit mean to Trump at some stage, so people did a targeted attack on him. Disney panicked and then fired him because it was in the news, and they didn't want the press around it whilst they were doing a panel. It was also around the same time Spider-Man was up in the air. And then so he went to DC because DC went, hey, look, do you want to go do something because you're not working for Marvel anymore? And then he made something that was good. And then they let him do another thing that was good. And then Marvel realized their mistake and they went, oh, fuck, we need to bring him back. And now he's doing Guardians. No. But yeah, this is just interesting. I mean, I hope DC does good stuff. I hope this means that the Batman's safe because it's not connected to anything.
That's true. It might be. And I think the Batman is probably one of the best things DC's put out for a very long time.
Yeah. But no more The Rock as Black Adam.
Oh, that's why? Is Black Adam?
No, but I just mean if this is the thing, there might not be Rock as Black Adam. Because also Black Adam is a box office bomb, by the way.
Oh, was it?
It's not made a lot of money. It's probably made its money back, but it's not made much more than that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do good. It had a strong start and then it kind of just went down. So.
Yeah. But let's move on into the Weird, Wacky, Wonderful, as a dozen of Taylor Swift fans sued Ticketmaster in the wake of this ticket sale fiasco.
Yeah, so if you remember a couple weeks ago, Taylor Swift went on Ticketmaster and then all the prices skyrocketed. People are very upset about that because, hey, look, massive corporations owning other corporations tends not to be the best for customers because they tend to use price gouging tactics to make you pay if they're the only option. And Ticketmaster is one of those few options that people have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and the thing is, Ticketmaster has been able to get away with this for so long because no group of people has been annoyed enough to try and take on Ticketmaster. But Taylor Swift fans, they are a powerful, powerful entity and are finally maybe going to do something about it. Apparently a congresswoman in America stated that Taylor Swift fans have done more to cripple monopoly, anti-monopolies than most people in power in the government. Because they're so annoyed by how fucked they get when they have Taylor Swift tickets go for $200,000 or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy to be fair because it's sort of scalping in it in a way.
Yeah, but basically what Ticketmaster has is they own the sale of the tickets, and then they own the resale apps. So they basically they hold tickets and then resell them for higher prices on that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a scummy thing. Also, Black Adam made 388.9 million at the box office.
That's pretty low, to be fair. I didn't think it was that bad, but
no, but it just
Morbius is worse.
Oh yeah, Morbius is way worse. Did
they got
Morbius
released
come
twice?
out this year? Yeah, it got released twice and tanked twice.
That's still so funny. It's one of the funniest things this year.
Yeah, so it made its money back, but it barely made a profit because it was 190 to 230 million. So on a big box office the amount of the money they probably paid The Rock to promote it every day alone.
Yeah. So moving on, there's some news about a guy called Billy McFarland.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's now out of the jail and he wants to go back to the Bahamas. However, he did some fraud things over there apparently, and they don't want him back.
Dan, do you remember Fire Festival?
No. I don't even know what that is.
So, Fire Festival, Dan, was a luxury event for people to go to the Bahamas on a private island, have a massive festival filled with celebrities and DJs and musicians and all of that. And then turns out when people got there, they didn't have the luxury lifestyle that they were promised. All of the artists backed out because they realized that the venue wasn't going to be ready. People were in refugee survival tents. The luxury meals that they were promised turned out to just be like bits of bread, and it was basically a lot of rich people who were going there to show off on Instagram and like party, basically getting scammed out of a lot of money. And this guy was the guy who was running it all, and then he went to jail because people sued him and he got caught, and then he was on like arrest, and basically he fucked off. He pissed off a lot of the Bahamian government and all of that because he caused a lot of damage and problems. And so now he wants to do Fire Festival 2.0. Also, it's partly metaverse as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so he had like one idea, but the Bahamas doesn't want him, so he's going to do another one, but it's going to be in the metaverse.
Right.
Or it's not metaverse. He says it's not metaverse, but it is like virtual party sort of thing. Basically what this dude has done is he's been in jail for a few years, come out, looked on the internet and seen all the metaverse stuff and gone, oh, this is a nice way to scam people. NFTs, metaverses, all great ways to scam people. And he's just gone, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a billion documentaries on Fire Festival if you're interested. There was a situation where they were so desperate for water, one guy was maybe going to suck a dude's dick to get water.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One dude, like, it wasn't implied, but one guy was like, I need to get this water, and if I suck this dude's dick, I might get the water for everyone, so that everyone can get some water, because it's like bottled water or something. But yeah, it's one of those massive, like, fucked up festival scam things that just pissed off a lot of rich people. And then everyone else was just like, ha, sucks to be you, dickheads. Spending like thousands and thousands of pounds to go and have fun on a private island just to rub it in. Basically, it was just a bunch of rich teenagers who got scammed out of money and actually learnt a life lesson because they are borrowing mommy and daddy's money.
I see nothing wrong with this event. I think it should be there every year to check these people.
Yeah,
if you're going to fall for this scam. And
I think I think NFTs were great. They scammed a lot of dumb people out of a lot of money.
Natural selection. Just let it take its course.
Yeah. Dan, are you wondering what the word of the year is?
Oh, goody, yes. It's the time of year again where the Oxford Dictionary releases their word of the year. However, technically this time it's 2 words.
Yeah. It's goblin mode.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Yeah, supposedly it's been very popular on Twitter recently.
Yeah, I think also they've used I've heard that they've used the wrong terminology for what goblin mode is. I think they've characterized what goblin mode is. So
yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't sound what they put it as. I didn't think it was that.
So what they've put it as is a slang term often used in the expressions in a goblin mode or to go goblin mode is a type of behavior which is unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations.
Yeah, so
it basically came about because of the 2020 and 2021 and all of the lockdowns and things where people were just being like gross.
Yeah, so it's not really that. It's more generic about that. It's just when you lose yourself and you result to becoming a goblin.
Yeah, you're like, it's basically COVID lockdowns. Everyone went
Well,
crazy.
yeah, I suppose.
That's why, like, they're saying it got popular because of, like, COVID and everyone was just being stuck at home, being degenerates.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not nothing technically to do with anything being lazy. It's just, you know.
I don't know. I didn't even know what the fuck it was until I read this.
I've heard
But
goblin.
it was also because...
I know I've seen people use the word goblin in sentences, not goblin mode, though. And
I've
I
never
get
seen
goblin
anyone
mode
use-
is just becoming a goblin.
Yeah, I don't get the internet.
I mean, have you heard goblin as a word before? I've been used in a sentence before.
Also, word of the year, it should be a word, not two. It should just have been goblin. They should have just put goblin.
Although I prefer gremlin.
I thought it was gremlin, because I've seen gremlin. I've never seen goblin.
I think gremlin make more sense, but
Can't be goblin on these nuts.
okay. I disagree with that one.
Terrible, terrible humor from a terrible, terrible bygone age.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on into the roster controller of the newser for gaming news, where there is now a Drift gaming bed apparently.
Made by Dreams.
What? So you dream, and in your dream you game?
Dan, you don't know the fucking bed company Dreams.
I do. I now realised. But
You've now realised.
I thought you were making a joke. I thought you were making a joke. Because, it's done by your dreams.
Made by the actual company Dreams. Made by the actual bed makers Dreams.
Yeah, it's not really a gaming bed though. Let's be honest. It's just a bed.
It's
that
got
has
RGB lighting. Yeah, it's a gamer bed, Dan. I mean, it's a lot less gamer bed than the other gamer beds that we've discussed, where it's just like a sad degenerate in a like really shit bed, and it's just like all of these. Basically, my desk.
Yeah.
Where it's just all around you.
To be fair, this doesn't look like a bad bed.
No, I think it looked quite nice.
It looks
I
alright.
would hate the
Apart
RGB
from-
lights.
Yeah, apart from the RGB lights. I don't know why that's there. But let's go into the features that this bed has. It has a USB and headphone jack in the headboard. Very useful, you know. You gotta get the USB to charge your phone. You also got a headset holder on the side of your bed.
So cool.
I don't know
Imagine
how
trying to
I
get
can't
any
just,
woman into bed with this.
Yeah, imagine. You can't bring someone home.
Also,
can't
can I
bring
just
anyone home
say-
right now, but
Can I just say, I don't like beds with the end foot bit, like the rest,
I see that. I see that.
because I'm too long for most beds.
Yeah, I've got a similar problem. So the end of my bed it's like a metal framework rather than upholstery.
Yeah, I can't. I have to have a bed with no end.
Right, yeah. So,
Can't do it.
so my feet when I'm sleeping will kind of like hook
Go
over-
through the railings.
It'll
yeah.
go through the railing, and then I'll hook onto the metal bits, my feet.
Yeah, that would annoy me. That annoys me greatly.
And it annoys me so much, I actually sleep diagonally along my bed.
Yeah.
Also,
any
yeah,
other fe-
other features here. We got the matching bedside table with console. No, it's not right. Controller storage.
Yeah.
You-
It
you
also has under bed storage, so you can lift your mattress up.
Well, no, but that's not gaming feature. That's just a common bed thing.
Oh, matching bedside table available with controller storage.
I just said that.
I wasn't listening. I thought you were talking about the console under storage bit.
No. TV is included as well because, you know, that's... Also, it's a single bed.
No, it's a double.
No, it's a single.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks wide, so it looks like double.
Actually, I think it's like in between.
That would be a double.
No, that bed it just doesn't look big enough, right?
Also, I love the generic controller.
Yeah, it's just a generic controller. You also got, you know, space to hold your remotes. To be fair, I want that in my bed. I mean, I can just make it
Why?
myself, but I just want... Because my controllers go everywhere. Not like
Buy
actual...
a stand.
No, I mean like TV controls, like remotes.
Just buy a box.
I could use
Oh,
anything, to be fair. I
How
just
much
don't.
is this, by the way?
Oh, it's going to be a lot. Yeah, mood lighting as well. There's 3 different color options for mood lighting. Red, green, blue, I imagine.
Okay. If you
And
want
get
the
media
ultimate gamer bed, Dan, it will cost you $179.99.
That's
Okay?
not right.
No. Okay,
179.
$1,709.99.
Yeah.
$1,799.99. I was looking at the gaming charging table bedside thing, $179.
Okay, to be fair, a lot of Dreams beds are about that much money anyway. I think normal ones are about £1,000.
Or you can get with... Okay, so that's just with the TV bed frame, right? The Drift Gaming Ottoman TV bed frame. Or you can get the Drift Gaming Sleep Motion Adjustable TV bed frame for £2,498.
Yes. It's lots of money. Is that even including the mattress?
I don't think so. I'll check. Oh, you can also make it... That price is for a 32-inch LED TV. If you go up to a 43 smart 4K TV, it's £2,798.
That's
And that's
so
for a
much money.
4.6 double. If you're going up to a 5 king, £3,098.
I can't believe they call it a gaming bed. I really just cannot believe that. Is there any speakers in there? No, it's a gaming bed.
No, because you have your headphone holder.
It's so sad. If you're buying that, you have a sad life. I'm sorry.
Also,
Touch
it's not
grass.
even the fucking rolling up LED screen that LG makes.
It's not.
So it's just a big chunky thing. They could have just got rid of. Oh well.
Yeah. I'm moving on. We've got some news about Fortnite, and it's been revealed that Fortnite Chapter 4 will use Unreal Engine 5. And they've released some sort of clips of it already, and it looks amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's already out, I think, the update.
Oh, it's actually already out? Chapter 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it has landed. Yeah.
Yes, this is old because it was just before the Game Awards.
Yeah, 6 years ago. Let's have a look at some of these things, and we can describe it for you right now.
Well, there's not much on it in the actual article. It's just got higher textures and all the trees and everything look better. Basically, it just looks nicer. It looks like an actual next-gen game.
It does look really good, to be fair.
Like, it's got particle physics now and all of that. Jumping, like fluid running and all of that. All of the little nitty-gritty things that most things.
This doesn't look like Fortnite to me.
No, it looks like another knockoff Fortnite, but with better graphics.
Yeah.
Oh, also, this isn't available for Switch.
Ah, right, yeah. That makes sense, to be fair. Switch isn't going to be that.
The update is supported on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. So, not last-gen consoles, I guess? So, it's only current-gen consoles and PC.
See, I'm just waiting for the bloody Rocket League update. When is it coming?
I don't know.
Do you not know what they're doing? They're remaking the game in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, I know. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
I just don't know when it is, Dad, because I don't know the inner workings of our business.
Just release it, please. Yeah, I'm really waiting for it. To be fair,
Yeah,
this
you going to go back to Fortnite now?
If it has the no building mode, maybe.
Yeah, that's a permanent thing, I think.
That's a permanent thing, because no building. Building's awful.
That's just because you haven't got good, Dan.
Yeah, I agree. I suck at the game. What are you going to do about it? I want a game that I can play. That's why I played Destiny and Rocket League. It's the only two somewhat decent things I'm good at. Not PvP, though. I'm Destiny. I'm suck at that. But PvE, I'm not too bad. Mainly because I'm a Titan and I can just tank things.
Yeah, I was aware.
Yeah.
I don't like Destiny because they've still ruined my character build.
Oh, I love Destiny. It's so much fun, you know?
No, I like Destiny too, and Destiny, but I don't like what they've done with my character build, and I'm now having to build a new character build, and I don't have the time to do that. Can't just pick up and play anymore. I have to go back and do stuff.
Well, that's because you refuse to just find one online. You refuse to find a build online.
Because that's just sad.
Why is it?
Because I'd rather just do it myself. I don't need other people
But
to
yeah,
tell
you
me
just
what
said
is
you've
good.
not got time to do it.
Yeah, but I also don't want to do and look up and go, ooh, this is a good build. Ooh, look at this. I'd rather just burn through the day and not do anything and just do it my own way. I'm stubborn.
Yeah, I know. We all know how stubborn you are.
Yes.
My only advice to you about the trouble doing it by yourself is there's a lot of artifacts that do certain things and they don't tell you they do certain things.
Yeah, I'll live with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on to the Game Awards because they happened.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go into the winners quickly. We're not going to cover too much thought.
No, before we do that, I just want to say, Steam's giveaway for the Steam Deck thing was stupid.
Yes, you can talk about that and you recommend, don't, I think.
No, I can do it now. It's the Game Awards. Basically, it was fucking biased as hell to America and Canada because it started at 12:30 a.m. over in the UK. And you had to be live or watching it live to even be considered in the nominations of the thing. But yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it seemed to be pretty bad. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So the main winners, the overall game of the year was Elden Ring. Elden Ring won several awards, including Best Game Direction, Best Art Direction.
Game of the Year.
Oh yeah, Game of the Year.
Yeah, and then God of War also won a lot of awards.
Yes, it did.
Best Narrative.
I think it might have actually won more awards than
Best
Elden Ring.
Score.
I can't quite tell.
Best Audio Design. Best Performance. A bunch of
Yes.
other things as well. Stray did
Stray?
well. Stray
Yes.
was Best Indie Game. Best Debut Indie Game. Marvel Snap was Best Mobile Game. Best Community Support won Final Fantasy 14 Online because Destiny 2 fucked everyone over with Warlocks. So everyone's mad.
No, only Warlocks are mad. I think if Titans are pretty happy. I think Hunters are pretty
that's
happy
why.
too.
Yeah.
It's just you. Suck it.
Best VR AR game was won by Moss Book 2.
Best esport game was Valorant. I disagree.
Best adaptation from a video game was Arcane. So, whoo!
Who would have thought?
It wasn't up against much competition.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest one to ever pick. I was like,
it was up against. Okay, look, I admit, Edge Runners and Cuphead is good. Uncharted was fine, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 I haven't watched. But yeah, Arcane leagues ahead of every other fucking thing.
Imagine if I didn't win.
Look, if Edge Runners won, I wouldn't be I would be upset, but I would understand. I know you'd hate it because it was anime.
I would say it's anime bias.
If Uncharted won, I'd be really fucking surprised.
I would say live action biased.
But so is Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Well, yeah, but one's better than the other.
Yeah, Uncharted. No, I think I heard Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was good. Best multiplayer game was Splatoon. It's free. So suck on that, Call of Duty.
Yeah. Call of Duty doesn't win anything.
It always wins music normally.
It didn't this time, did it?
No, because God of War came out.
I've still not finished the first one yet.
I will be playing.
Will you be streaming it?
Probably.
That's good then.
But yeah, that's the winners and everything. And then we got all the stuff that was announced.
Yeah, including Destiny as well. They released another trailer for their Lightfall DLC.
Yep. From Software reveals Armor Core 6, which is basically a From Software game but with giant robots.
Yep, and Death Stranding 2 has been announced officially.
Never played the first one. Hades 2 also announced. That was a good game. Judas got a weird trailer. It's a narrative-driven single-player first-person shooter that definitely gives us some Bioshock in space vibes. So, yeah, I'll be down for that. Idris Elba is joining Cyberpunk 2077 in a new DLC.
Yeah, they got
Phantom Liberty.
It's a major expansion coming out. And
Yep.
yeah, they got a trailer for it.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor trailer confirms March release of 17th of March 2023.
Yep, I will get that. Probably not day one, but I will play it at some point.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will include Kevin Conroy and is coming May 26th, 2023. The last performance of Kevin Conroy as Batman. Tekken 8. Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC, announced exclusively for PS5, arrives in April. Crash Team Rumble is a new 4v4 multiplayer game coming in 2023. Hellboy is getting a stylish video game adaptation. Crime Boss Rock K City announced, with a cast including Chuck Norris, Danny Trejo, and Vanilla Ice. It's like a fucking weird, like, GTA sort of heist game,
right?
But with a load of famous people in it. So you become, but the stealth action FPS that tasks players with becoming leaders of the criminal underworld in a fictional version of 90s Florida. The sequel to Lords of the Fallen, first gameplay revealed by Souls-like Reboot. Last of Us Part 1 is coming to PC, and Returnal announced also for PC. And there's a demo for Forspoken on PlayStation, if anyone wants to play that game. That's the Square Enix's new RPG. And then there's a Transformers game where you play as Bumblebee. It's like first-person Bumblebee.
Apparently Among Us is getting a hide-and-seek mode.
Nice.
I think it's where crew can use the vents.
Dead Cells is getting a Castlevania tie-in, or for DLC. That's kind of cool. Dead Cells is based on like Castlevania style games. This is the one I really wanted. Valiant Hearts Valiant Hearts Coming Home is headed to mobile devices soon. So I think that's a sequel to Valiant Hearts that I never got to play. If it's only just been announced or has been.
Oh, Call of Duty Raids as well. Got a trailer.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's what I'm interested in, as it's sort of similar to Destiny Raids, where it's, you got to do teamwork and you've got, do work out puzzles together.
Well, it's Spec Op mission.
Yeah, it's similar, but I think they're more in depth.
Well, yeah.
As Spec Ops were placed into strikes, these raids are similar to dungeons.
You'd hope.
You would hope, but it's going to be...
Yes. Did your brain freeze?
What?
You said, I hope, and then just went like you were going to continue, and then just nothing.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, well, you just kind of stopped mid-sentence.
Ah, well, that happened then. No.
Anyway,
I think I should play the trailer. I got distracted. I was interested.
Right, well, that's all the Game Awards stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, also, there was a little kid who ran on stage and interrupted, apparently.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did they kick him
that
off?
happened? I think so. But apparently it was like on.
Was it good
I don't
form?
know. Who knows? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of the Game Awards. I set up I woke up at 12:30 a.m. to log into the Game Awards to put my PC on just to have it rolling just in case I did win. And that was it. I went to bed.
Yeah, and you didn't win.
No. Well, I might have won. They just need to send an email, but I don't think I've won because I haven't received an email and it's been a couple of days, so fuck it. But yeah, let's move on to the Microsoft news.
Yes, and before we go into the big bit, Microsoft is raising prices on the new first-party games built for Xbox Series X and S to $70 next year.
Shocking. Video games are expensive and they need to raise their prices because inflation.
That's true, to be fair. I mean, Destiny 2 DLCs, man, they go up every year.
Yep. But Microsoft was like, yeah, Sony's doing this. Bad Sony. We're going to look like the good guys. Now we're raising
always
up.
happens.
Yeah,
Same
I
with
know.
Samsung as well. Samsung
Yeah, I
did it
know.
with Apple. They made fun of Apple for getting rid of the charger. And then
and
the
then-
next
yeah.
phone, they got rid of the charger.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 phones down the line. Everyone does it. But I just find it that they were 100% doing it just so that they could try and look better for the FTC and all of these other regulators to go, yeah, we're not doing nefarious practices. And then as soon as like it looks like they're not going to be able to do it without upping everything. Like it was inevitable. Like every fucking thing is doing it. Like what I find so weird is the difference between the consoles is so strange because Nintendo can sell a remade like the same game for like the Wii U, like a revamped version of that on the Switch for full price, and people buy it, and they don't like it, but they just buy it because it's Nintendo, and Nintendo can do it. PlayStation and Microsoft raise their prices, and everyone fucking loses their mind. Like, I'm not saying that they should, but like, I don't like paying more money. Look, I honestly understand. But they're doing it because video games are getting more expensive because they're just pumping huge amounts of money into it.
Yeah, and inflation and cost of living problems.
Also, the thing is, video games are one of the few like standards where they've kept the same price regardless of inflation. I mean, this is the first time like in a long time that the game price has gone up to match the inflation of the cost. Because if you look at like graphs, like video games have been what, like 40 quid in the UK for years if they're brand new.
Wow, since the start of the PS4, it went up.
Yeah.
From the PS3. The PS3 was like
So
20
what, like
something, right?
10 years?
Yeah.
10, 12 years? We've had it good, and then the next gen, they're going up. Like, PC's fine.
Yeah, but it is. The thing is, the consoles seem to stay the same price year on year, which
Yeah.
I find crazy. Every single console that comes out, because the PS3 was more money than the PS4 and the PS5.
Yeah, they always lose money on the console.
But no, but
They're just
I
trying
know
to
they're
market
losing,
it.
but it's not going up with inflation now. Each new console, like the discless version of the PS5, is the same price.
Well, they increased it by £30. Remember that.
Oh yeah, but £30 is not that much.
Yeah, but it still increased the price. And Microsoft is apparently maybe also going to increase the prices of their consoles. Because they have said, we're going to increase the prices, we're just not doing it this year, so that people should buy it now. Because otherwise we're going to do an Xbox, we're doing a PlayStation and a Oculus Rift meta bollocks, where we rise the price for old hardware.
Yeah, and actually, there's another reason for that as well. Is because all these companies now have to use grey markets as suppliers because of the chip shortages and stuff, which means there's more added cost of development. I just making it.
Yeah. But yeah, I just find it so funny that Microsoft was like, yeah, Sony's doing this. Now we're doing it.
The big news I know you've got a hard on for is the FTC is suing Microsoft to block its Activision Blizzard purchase.
Yeah.
I imagine you're so happy right now. Like you're just grinning.
Well, it's not going to do any. Like it's a step, but until it's actually like finalized and it's not happening, there's not much to celebrate because this means nothing. This is just like, hey, look, we're actually looking into this. We're actually going to try and rather than just letting the company do it, we're actually maybe going to step in and look at the situation rather than just pray to the wind that this massive billion-dollar, trillion-dollar company isn't going to fuck people over.
That's fair, yeah.
Rather than what every other big tech acquisition that they've let through, they've started to see the ramifications of all that. Hey, look, the Disney the Disney Fox merger, maybe giving that much control over corporate, like the media isn't good. hey, look, the Warner Brothers Comcast deal fell through. They fired a bunch of people from the staff, then lost a bunch of money, made a bunch of terrible movies, and then they've sold it off to another big company, and they've fired and got rid of a lot of animations. A lot of big tech companies buying up other big tech companies and then making the situations worse. Elon Musk buying Twitter. All of these big acquisitions of big companies. Maybe just consolidating all the power to a few people isn't a good thing. Maybe it does hurt competition in the long run. Maybe it gives some people free game for a while, but then everyone has to go onto that platform because it's the only place to get the game. Shocking.
Are you done?
Yes, we can move on.
We can move on to Also Meta, where the European Union has about a $500,000 metaverse party, and apparently attracts 6 guests.
Nope. $500,000 and 6 people turned up. This is just really funny. It was in the meta.
Well, I feel like don't you have to have an Oculus to have the metaverse?
No, I think this is their own version of a metaverse, not Meta's metaverse.
Right, okay.
They built this to then have people go to it.
Right, and then just no one went.
Yeah, so the EU Commission Foreign Aid Department splashed out £332,000 to create the metaverse, an online square where people could log into the virtual concert to meet others and learn about the bloc. Basically, Brussels, a European Union plan to throw a virtual party in the metaverse to engage young people in its policies flopped spectacularly after 6 people showed up. So they were basically trying to get young people to come in, have a little virtual party like Fortnite, and then no one turned up. The event, with its own virtual DJ playing music on repeat, was supposed to be so digitally enticing to young people that once they were there, the EU would be able to educate them about its development policy.
So this is meant to be for 18 to 35-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people who are above 18 just are going to go out.
Don't give a shit. Yeah.
Like, if you want to go see a DJ, you don't do it online. Like, the Fortnite one makes sense because it's like children, right?
Yeah.
Like, people who aren't going to go out and can't get the parents to spend loads of money to an Ariana Grande concert. When you're 18 to 35, you're going to want to go out.
Yeah. Also, who wants to learn about politics through the metaverse? We've seen Fortnite.
You know, let's give it some credit here. It may be fun to learn about politics. You never know. Have you never wanted to
the virtual DJ that's blasting the hippest and hoppiest of beats to a guy in a corner talking about government legislation?
Yeah, they talk about the new USB-C law.
Yeah,
mandating stuff and
why Microsoft shouldn't be buying Activision.
Shut up about that, man. I can't be done with this anymore. Every week.
Oh, also, only 44 people liked the online promotional video, which featured futuristic avatars bopping along to the pulsating house music.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
So yeah, people are out of touch with what people actually want to do.
Let's go on to Tech Time and Science Shenanigans, where there's a viral AI magic avatar that is infuriating artists.
Yeah. I don't know if you don't use Twitter, do you?
No, why would I do that?
Or I imagine it's probably on Instagram as well. But basically, no, I don't. But I have seen the artist people. Basically, Lenza is a AI thing using one of the. I can't remember what the software's called. Let me find it. Using Stable Diffusion's like AI algorithm that creates art, basically. Because you got DALL-E 2 and Stable Diffusion are like the 2 big ones for like AI generated art. And so Lenza is basically because I think Stable Diffusion is open source, so you can make your own thing using it. And essentially, it basically, you show it an image, and then you can get it to do that image in different art styles. And so if you put your face picture, your lovely little face, and your artistic beauty that you want to show off, and then you can look like a Disney princess, or an Arcane character, or someone from the Spider-Verse. And the artwork, the generator will paste that over your photo and make you look like you're in that world using digital art. The thing that people have noticed, though, is because it's using artwork that based on an algorithm. It uses artwork previously updated onto it, and it learns off that. That they've just filled with a bunch of other people's artwork. And if you look in the bottom right corner, you can see like mangled signatures where people have signed their artwork. And it's just taken that and then it's recreating that like a fake signature. But you can see where it's like trying to write a signature because that's other people's signatures that it's trying to replicate.
Right. Okay.
Also, people are worried about like the security risk of this because a lot of people are just uploading like pictures and stuff like that of like themselves. And with everything, where's your photo going? Are people using that for nefarious things? Also, you've copied the same title, but it is Prisma Labs, the maker of Lensa AI, says it's working to prevent accidental generations of nudes.
Oh, right.
Because what everyone does is they take the photo of a person, then they have a filter basically to stop not safe for work stuff. So if you just post a normal person, they'll do no not safe for work. But if you do like a nude person, that lets the AI just go crazy, and it just goes and creates a load of AI porn. And then people are stitching like celebrities' faces on it and people that they know and making AI generated porn. So yeah, the internet, if it exists, there's porn of it.
Rule 34, mate. Rule 34.
Like, I don't understand how people don't understand that the first thing people are going to do is try and make porn. Because if people can get, like, sad, lonely people are the people who are going to do this. And they are always going to try and make porn. And then there are people who are just going to look at it for no reason other than, hey, look, that's Jenna Ortega nude. Like, but the thing is, it's scary because you know how, like, old porn used to work? It's just they stitched the person's face over the top.
Yeah.
And you can tell that it's fake. Whereas the AI cleans that all up and makes it look more or less realistic depending on if they do the art like direction and things like that. And then if you add in what's the fucking face thing that they use?
I'm not sure, if I'm honest.
No, you know the fucking you paste someone's face over deepfakes.
Ah, yes, deepfakes, yeah.
Yeah, you add that into the mix and everyone's just making porn.
Yeah.
It's just this is why I don't fucking show my face.
Why?
Like I'm not expecting anyone to make porn of me, but it's just
honestly,
like,
Rule 34, mate. Rule 34. It's on the internet. There's porn of it.
Probably. I'm sure someone actually don't. I'm not going to encourage people to make it because fuck.
Yeah.
Like I have pictures of myself and stuff, but I barely do anything because I'm just like I don't want to be like I doubt anyone is going to ever do it, but I just don't like this post everything about your life and just have companies just have your photos. Also, fake passports and stuff like that. Much easier to do now.
Yeah, it is quite scary, really, isn't it?
Identity theft, all of that bollocks. Just take someone's photos, boom, catfishing. Like, so easy now. Like, imagine the world that we live in where you basically create AI-generated photos of someone, then you feed that into a deep fake. And so you go on a dating app and you basically use those photos to entice people, get a bunch of likes. Then you use deep fake technology to video chat so people aren't suspecting it's a scam anymore. Like, if you just trick old people, they're not going to be able to tell the difference because they got bad eyesight and all of that. And then you can just scam people out of so much money. It's so much easier because you just use deepfake AI generated artwork to make your profile pictures. Then you stitch all of those photos together to make your deepfake face. And then fucking people are just going to be scammed out of so much money. It's going to be so much harder to tell. We're living in a shit world. Also, people are just going to be having virtual sex using faked AI generated porn.
That sounds awful. Why do you want it virtual?
And it's all going to be in the metaverse for the European Commission.
Yeah.
That's what Mark Zuckerberg should do. He should just make metaverse have like the same thing VR chat does, where they're just dark, scary corners where there's just furries fucking in a corner. That one time that I went, yeah, that was my VR experience. I went on the VR chat. Someone invited me to a lobby, and I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? I'll come along. And then it was just a VR furry fucking fest. And I was just like, I am walking away. But yeah, that's the news for that. Oh, and then for the last bit of news, awful, rubbish, terrible, that's art. Dan, do you like people knowing how much money you have in your bank account?
I don't mind, to be fair. I will happily tell anyone, apart from on this podcast.
Okay, then this is the perfect ATM for you.
Okay.
It basically has a leaderboard, so you can, when you put your card in and you go to check your balance and whatnot, it takes a screen grab of how much money is in there, and it puts you against other people.
So I feel like that's, identity theft area, People might
No,
say
it just
identity
takes the how much money you have. It doesn't, and it puts your name. It doesn't show anything
your name,
else.
Right?
Yeah. But this was at a fancy gala thing, so a bunch of celebrities did it as well.
So they're just competing like, who's got the most in their bank account? Hooray.
Yes, so the ATM is an art installation by Brooklyn-based group Mischief, MSCHE, that invites spectators to swipe their debit card, then display their picture along with the balance, which is ranked and then on a leaderboard. So far, a man with 2.9 million is the top of the leaderboard, reports insider Pete Sim, while someone with 48,000 couldn't crack the top 20.
I can beat that.
But how do you have 2.9 million in your just spending account? That's not even your savings. That's just your debit account. That's just your debit money. 2.9 million.
I don't keep any money on my debit account. I try to put all
exactly. But it's just also, what's stopping? It's just a dick measuring contest for rich people.
Yeah.
It's just just transfer all your money into your debit account and then just put your card in. $28 billion. Take it all out and then fuck off. And then no one's going to be able to beat you. Poor Elon Musk's going to be sat there going negative 44 billion. I'm
telling you, I can break that easy. Because that's how we're doing this podcast, I'm funding it all.
What do you mean you're funding it all?
I'm funding it all, man. I'm funding it all.
Yeah, you're funding it all. But yeah, that's the art news. Dick measuring contest.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair. But that's it for news. Let's go on to recommend, recommend, don't.
Yes.
What have we done this week? You recommend?
I have watched Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Because watching the Disney one. No, it's good. It's all stop motion. It's a weird, set in World War One. I have a World War One or World War Two. I think it's World War One. There's Nazism and all of that, fascism. But yeah, it's all right. I liked it. There's a lot of singing.
Is it?
Yeah. And then I also watched Wednesday, so we have a TBO on that. So if you
go check out Wednesday. Yeah, good show. I've done nothing, so I can't say anything on this section. No, what do you mean? I thought you might say there's something, but all right.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
I said I've done nothing this week. And
you played Destiny 2's new thing.
I suppose, yeah. I do recommend the new dungeon. It's quite fun.
Yeah, even though we suck at it and can't do it.
Well, speak for yourself.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you finished it yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think you'll struggle.
I'll be fine.
You keep dying. You die in 2 seconds.
Yeah, because I have 2 tits, because I don't have high enough gear.
I know. You need higher gear to do it.
Nah, that's fine. I can just be dragged along.
Yeah, but you can't. It's so much harder because when there's 3 of you, it increases the damage, it increases the health of everything.
That's fine.
It's not.
It's fine for me. I don't mind dying. It just annoys you.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more enjoyable for me. Okay, Dan's audio's fucked up, so I'm going to do the outro. Goodbye, everybody.